Welcome to Blake's Den. Back on with Project Designer, which is my 1988 Austin Mini Designer Special Edition. So in my last video I did a lot of work on the sill on the passenger side. So we've got the new outer sill sections welded in. Hopefully you can see that. I've still got work to do on the jacking point and then the plate here as well. What I'm going to do is start tackling this doorstep. So the doorstep, as you can see, it's in a very, very poor state. I want to hit it with a wire wheel, clean it all back and see where the extent of this rot goes to. The jacking point is directly under there, so I'm thinking about cutting it about here and then replacing it. But basically I need to get the door off first. The door is held on with some bolts which are under here, so let me just turn the torch on. I don't know if you can see them there. So there we are, two down the bottom, two at the top. They are incredibly rusty because obviously it's in the sort of wheel well, and they get covered in all of the dirt thrown up from the road wheels. So I've tried to undo one and I managed to get one nut off, but the other ones just aren't coming at all. So I'm going to try a nut splitter to split the nuts off. So I'm going to get set up and show you how to use that, and hopefully I can get the door off and start cleaning up. So this is the nut splitter, but it'll be easier to show you on the bench. So what you've got here is I've just put a nut in there for demonstration purposes. So you sit it around the nut, and then you've got this blade which winds out. So you turn that pushes that out, and it literally just cuts into the flat of the nut, and then it'll go through and then the nut will just crack and come off. That's the theory anyway. A bit tricky to use because you've got to sort of get it flat and get it in position and hold it, but I've had success before, so I'm going to stick that on the car and hopefully I'll be able to get the camera in a position and show you it in use. Right, so I'm hoping this works. I've got UG clamped onto the shock absorber. I've already started off a few turns just so it bites on, and now I've just got to keep winding it, and hopefully we'll hear the nut crack and it'll come loose. So, what happened there? Nope, it appears to have just slipped past it. Okay. Try it again. Right, well I managed to get that off, to cut long story short, using the angle grinder. I just cut the stud off and I'll have to weld another one in. So hopefully that means this door will come off now. Hey, there we are. Got to undo the door stay bit at the top, but yeah, that's free now, so that's good. Right, I'll put that back on and then I'll sort out the door stay. Or in fact, I'm going to do that now. It's just a pin which needs knocking out up here. Let me reposition the camera and show you what I'm doing. I couldn't find a good spot to put the camera, but yeah, I got the door off. Just knock the pin out of there, and you can see the true horror of the rust here and the corrosion. So that's the lip. That's a bit of a sill I didn't cut off, and yeah, it's really bad. So I'm hoping I can get away with putting that repair panel on. Next job, I'm just going to whiz the wire wheel along here, so you see how far it goes. I think it stops about there, which is good, because that sort of correlates with near where the jacking point is. Really, I need to cut it off to here. But I might be able to get the jacking point off only cutting it to here. So let's whiz the wire wheel over and see what she looks like. I like to take my time when I do this, really think about what I'm doing. So I've cleaned up the step And it's not actually, this top bit is fine, that's solid, other than the hole there. And the lower bit of the step here is obviously gone. I was going to replace sort of this whole section. I don't think I will now. I think what I'll do, I'll cut out along here. And then possibly using the replacement panel, cut out the equivalent and try and get it in. I'm not quite sure how to weld it yet. Obviously I could weld it in that edge there, but it would be really difficult to clean up. And I think I'll end up grinding too much weld off. So I'm trying to think whether I could possibly spot weld it, leave this vertical here. Either way, I'm definitely going to cut this bit out, because that needs coming out anyway. This bit here, I will use the panel there. But this panel, it's one of the Magnum pattern part panels, and it's not great. And another YouTuber told me that it's not a great fit, and a camera probably doesn't do it justice. But that flange there, where it rises up, it looks like it's on a slope. It's like it's not a 90-degree bend, and when you look at that, that's very clearly a 90-degree bend. So yeah, I'm not happy about cutting the whole lot out, because I think trying to get the match is going to be hard. So let's do this bit. As for getting my jacking point out, well, I managed to get the jacking point out on the other side without taking the step off, so it must come off. So I think I'll get the cutting disc, I'll start cutting into this, and then see what I end up with. I'm making some good progress there. The step came off fairly easily. Quite happy with that. There's a tiny little frilly bit there to be wary of, but I'll sort it out when I weld the curve on, or the profile on. Yeah, and the jacking point is largely out as well. I just end up nibbling it out in bits, really. So that's one bit, and yeah, you can see lots of little bits on the floor. Bit of tidying up to do. Grind it all back. Cut out this frilly piece here, which is what I wanted to replace. Plate that up and get the new one on. Yeah, quite happy with that, really. So yeah, a bit more cutting, a bit more cleaning, and then I'll fabricate the plate to go in there. Right, I've skipped a couple of steps here, because one, it was a bit boring, and two, I've already covered it on the video for the other side, but plated that off, welded on, dusted it down with zinc primer, weld-free primer. Now I want to get the jacking point welded on. Before I cut the jacking point off, I took a reference dimension of 380mm from the start of the sill. So I will tack on the jacking point, put the outer sill on, check the fit, and then if I'm happy, I'll weld it on fully. Before we do that though, just a point of note about the jacking points. So due to an ordering error, I ended up with both genuine and non-genuine jacking points. So these are the Magnum ones, that is the Heritage one. So they're about the same thickness steel. This one feels better quality, feels heavier. But if you look at how that's welded on, it's sort of got those returns on and spot welded on. It's got that large return coming over there. If you look at the pattern part, it's got a sort of a bead down there, a couple of spot welds there, so it definitely is inferior. It's definitely not as strong. It certainly doesn't have that piece there. It's not there. This was the original jacking point from the driver's side, and yeah, you can sort of see that has the returns on it as well. So definitely stronger than that. So I will be putting that on. I had some reservations because the jack wasn't fitting this one, but I actually just had to pinch up those ever so slightly in the vise, and now he says, there we are. Very hard to do with yeah, got it upside down. There we are. Fits perfectly now, so that is a good fit. So we'll go with the genuine jacking point. Just thought I'd show you this. I've got the outer sill sort of G-clamped on. The jacking point is about lined up. Let me turn the light on so you can see that. I'm probably a little bit out there, but I'm just checking for fit at this end. Obviously there's no datum, but looking at the curve of the wing, looking where the wheel arch ends, that looks right. And looking at the other end, where there's a step behind there, and we're just about lined up. So yeah, I think I'm happy with the position I've got that tacked in at. Yeah, I'll weld it in fully now. So what it seems like seconds for you has been about a month for me. I just haven't been able to get in the garage to do any work on the car. How we left it last time was the jacking point. That's now fully welded in and in position. And basically I've started on this step repair. So you can see that comes off. So what I've done, I've just cut that vertical line all the way along, and then I've cut the step panel down so it fits in quite nicely. I probably can't get it back in now with one hand. It's quite a snug fit. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to get it welded in, and I'll weld along sort of that edge there. I can then grind that flush. If I'm worried about the strength of the weld, I can actually get in from behind, and I'll put some stitches in from behind on like the inner angle, the inner 90-degree angle. So I think I'm in a position to get this in now, so I'm going to clean it all up, strip all the paint off, and I'll probably tack in the top edge first, and then I think it'll need a bit of tweaking just to get the profile just right, so I'll spend a bit of time doing that. That hole I'll do separately, and then round this corner here, it's not the world's best fit, but this A panel's sort of blown out at the bottom, so I'll probably end up cutting that and replacing it, but I won't do that now. I'll do that at another point in time. I just want to get the step on so I can get the sill on and get the strength back in. So right, clean this all up, and then I'll tack it on and check to see how it fits. So that's the panel tacked in. This join here, the profile isn't that great, so what I'm just going to do, I'm going to gently tap it with a hammer. So I'm going to work on that edge first, get that nice and flush. Then once I'm happy with that, I'll weld it, and then I'll probably hammer this edge from behind and try to get that flush, and then I'll finally get the step flush just on that join there. It's not looking too bad, but there's a bit of a step in it at the moment which I don't need, so I'll work on that a bit more. Then once that's in position, I'll just get it welded all around. I got that welded in. It didn't go too bad actually. Kept blowing some holes, so I turned the welder down a bit, but I didn't turn it down too much because I wanted to get a full penetration weld. Also put some welds in from behind. I mean, it's absolutely rock solid, it's not going anywhere. Right, I'm going to get the grinder out now, and I'm going to grind this all flush, and then I'll see how steady it is. I might have to go around and touch up a few more welds. But yeah, fairly happy with that. Well, that's gone much better than I expected. I've got lovely curve on that edge there. Fairly nice even step there. Got a bit of a lip there. Don't know if you can see that. I think a little bit of filler on the old step side. We'll sort that out. And then if we look in plan view as well, the new steps are slightly wider, but that's fine. I'll just tickle that down once I put the sill on. So yeah, really happy with that. A tiny bit more tidying up to do. I've got a bit more work to do in this corner. So I can't really get in anyway, and this A panel is going to have to come off. So yeah, fairly happy with that. Looks really nice. So yeah, it's always good when something goes to plan. So I think I'll probably try and tackle this corner now and get that done. So first job is just to remove all the scabby metal there. I think I'll probably end up using the die grinder and a file just to clean it all up, and then I'll cut a piece off the step panel, and then yeah, we'll fit that in. Okay, so that's the repair done for our corner. What I've done, I've just cut down a piece of inner sill, bent it, put it behind, dusted it with some zinc weld-through primer beforehand, and then I'm just going to weld that in now, very much the same as I did at the other side, and then a skimmer filler. So I've got that all welded and tidied up, fairly happy with that. Looks fairly clean. A skimmer filler on top would be good. I also found a bit of a frilly bit around here, so I just put some weld in there as well. So yeah, fairly happy with that. I think that was a fairly productive afternoon in the garage. So the next step will be to put the outer sill on. It's there waiting, but I think I'll do that in another video. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned to Blake's Den. There'll be more updates coming soon. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram.